Joining us now is Louis Key, the National Director for AMFA. And Louis, what is it that AMFA has to offer to the American mechanics and related employees?
Thank you, Tim, and thank you for joining us this evening for this live video webinar where we're going to get a chance to explain just what it is that AMFA brings to the table to offer the American Airlines mechanic and related employees. As you know, AMFA is a craft union that is craft-specific, representing the aircraft mechanic and related employees. Among the many challenges the American Airlines mechanics face as they navigate through the bankruptcy at American is first and foremost the challenge of being represented by the TWU, an industrial union, where the mechanics are a minority in their own union. And so what AMFA brings to the table is the opportunity for the mechanic and related employees to be represented by a union that is of, by, and for the aircraft mechanic and related employees. We bring a unique opportunity for the American guys, mechanic and related employees, to have the chance to be in control of their own destiny, not being handled by the large industrial union, which is essentially a labor broker that wants to keep their dues income machine in place and intact, where the interest there isn't necessarily representing the members individually and the craft specifics for certain, but to keep the overall labor stability in place at American and keep the employees working, keeping their dues flow alive. And so AMFA brings the opportunity for the American mechanics to take control of their own destiny, their own future, and have a voice in their representation going forward.
AMFA doesn't just represent licensed aircraft mechanics.
That's correct. We represent the mechanic and related employees as defined by the National Mediation Board. The National Mediation Board determines who has a community of interest in determining who falls into a particular class and craft. And we represent that entire class and craft, not only the licensed aircraft mechanics, but also the ground service equipment mechanics, the facilities mechanics, building maintenance, and other skilled employees at the carrier that fall into the class and craft as determined by the National Mediation Board.
AMFA, why should an American mechanic or related employee sign an AMFA card today?
It's essential that the mechanic and related employees at American sign the AMFA representation cards right away. We need to get the craft union on the property working for the mechanic and related employees before there's a possibility of a merger with U.S. Airways, and this opportunity becomes that much harder to make a reality. So we encourage you to please get those cards signed right away and take your representation into your own hands.
My name is Bill Schaff. I'm an AMFA supporter. I think we don't want the Teamsters in here because it's too industrialized. We want a craft union. So let's bring in AMFA.